Hello again. It's been a little while again. I seem to be doing not so well with this whole commitment of regular journaling, and it's partly due to sensory OCD is really crazy. There we go. Now I look like I'm twitching or something. I've noticed that in my last videos. I move all around, it drives me crazy when I watch them. But see, here I go again, trying to get comfortable though. So anyway, I have not been doing, and the thing is driving me crazy too. Someone pointed that out to me, so I apologize for the ums. I don't know why I keep doing ums. So I have not been doing journaling for a while, last couple days, and it's because one, I've been busy, and two, I've just been kind of depressed again, like I said the last time, but not as, I don't think, I would say possibly about the same, but not worse. I recently got a client for personal training. It's Friday night, and don't hear Mom, or don't listen, but I'm drinking just pop. Only has pop in it, nothing else. So I gosh, can't freaking stop saying Alright, well, first of all, I'll just say I was driving home and I got an email notification that someone from the support group has written me, and they said something about they're sorry they can't do this anymore, and that they wish that they just want me to continue, and it hurt my feelings, and I don't really know why. I haven't even logged on to the support network group yet to see maybe why this person, what's going on. I don't know why or what has caused this person to decide to no longer, and I don't even really know what he is no longer doing. I don't know if it's just not following my journals, or if it's not, or if this person's just no longer journaling himself. I already said he, so if he's no longer journaling himself, or he's not doing the support group, I don't know. And so it just kind of hurt me, and I don't know why. I should just go and read the facts and try to figure out what's going on. And that's why I decided I should journal this time, to basically show that I get hurt so easily. It's this person online that I don't even know in real life, and then I get a very generic, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore, and I feel that abandonment, and it's just ridiculous. It's like I just had this pain in my, I don't know, just odd random feeling, and I don't even know this person in real life, and we've only spoken not even a whole week, and it hurt, and I was wondering, did I do something, did I not do something? And I hate that. Like I said, I don't even know this person, so I don't know what I could have done. But again, like I said, I don't know what exactly they're not doing, so why am I hurt? And that's why I just wanted to journal about how I guess I just jump to conclusions, and I just feel like maybe this person doesn't like me anymore. I've said something, I've done something, I haven't done something, I haven't been a good friend, and I guess I haven't been on support network. I don't know what it is, but I take it personally, and I feel like it's all me, and I don't know what I did wrong, and the fact that I let it hurt me, I don't know if that's normal, but that's why I wanted to journal, and it's just crazy. I get so hurt, I'm so sensitive, and if you read about borderlines and how much we feel, and how I sometimes feel like I have a third sense. I don't know, it's just like I can read people and I can feel people, and so it could be I'm crazy. It could be part of one of my illnesses where I just feel almost, I know I definitely am an empath, and I can, if I'm given facts about someone's situation, I definitely feel so much for them, and that's what I think makes me a good nurse when I'm working in that. But it also can get me in trouble because I feel too much for my clients, as in I want to do everything for them, and I go above and beyond what I should do. So I guess the biggest thing is I don't know why I was so affected by this one little sentence of "I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore," and it immediately triggers that abandonment thing, and I almost cried. And why am I doing this? Why am I almost crying about something about this person I don't even know? And it's just ridiculous. So it's just one of those things I have to work on, and I'm going to talk about it in DBT. Obviously, one of those things is just I don't understand why I'm so freaking sensitive, and I get so worked up over things that I shouldn't get worked up over. So I don't know. I just, other people who experience this, please tell me how you deal with it too. Is that something you deal with too? Like, the craziest thing is you get hurt by the easiest things, and I hate it. It just drives me crazy. I'm already crazy. I don't need to be even crazier. I need to figure out why I'm like that. I mean, I know why I'm like that, because I have abandonment issues, blah, blah, blah. I just need to figure out how to stop it, how to not allow myself to feel that pain. And this person that I don't know decided that they don't want to, whatever. I don't even know what it is. So, okay, enough about that. I'm super sensitive, and so just so you know, out there, if you say anything even remotely negative, I may cry about it, because I'm a big old pussy, and I'm a baby and super sensitive. So yeah, that's me. But at the same time, I like being sensitive. There's this quote from a Jewel song that I've always loved, and it's I'm sensitive and I'd like to stay that way. And I would like to stay that way, because when I'm not sensitive, that's when I know I'm not myself, and I go into the hateful mode. And I've been watching a lot more videos on YouTube about people who have the anger parts of the borderline, and I hadn't experienced that very much until the past year and a half, maybe. When I get angry, I get so angry, and it's like this switch clicked, or like this girl that I was watching on YouTube, she said it's almost like she's possessed. And I feel sometimes like I'm possessed. I have no control over my actions and my thoughts, and I've said and done things that are so horrible and hateful, and then I don't even remember it, and it's so weird. And then when people will be like, you were so mean to me, you said this or you said that, and they don't even remember, and that's what sucks, because I know, because I know how our brain works, and I know it's a defense mechanism, and I knew that when I'm hurt, I automatically go into that, I hate you, and really what's going on inside is I'm just so hurt, and I'm trying to protect myself, and so I turn into this crazy, mean, angry, evil person who wants to hurt people. And I don't ever want to hurt people. I never really want to hurt people. I am a Buddhist. I don't kill my spiders or ants or anything in my house. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt things, anything. I believe in karma, but it is like I'm possessed at times when I find out, for instance, my ex, if I found out that he'd lied to me about something small, I would flip and I would go nuts and start. It would be that possessed person that just comes out of nowhere and starts saying hateful things. Like, oh man, texting I thought was a good thing because I can express myself a lot more than sometimes in person, because I can say things that's a lot easier to say on text. But not when I'm the evil person, because shit, when I go back and read the stuff I say, it's horrible. It makes me feel horrible. And so I used to try to delete it because I feel like such shit. I guess that's probably a bad thing. I should probably actually keep it and realize what I say and what I do. This thing is never going to be in the right spot. I'm very particular. I'm very OCD today. I don't know why. Maybe because that's my defense mechanism that's going on, and I'm trying to totally psychoanalyze my brain right now. I'm not a flippin' psychiatrist or psychologist, but I'm a psych nurse. Yeah, so is. Anyway, so I'm just trying to figure it out, and I don't know. Well, I do know that all my actions and whatnot are defense mechanisms, and I just need to figure out how to cope with my coping skills, and I need my toolbox back to be filled back up with all those self-soothing, DBT, lovely self-whatever stuff. Sometimes it's just damn hard when that switch is flipped, when I've been super depressed and suicidal. People will be upset. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you text me? Why didn't you reach out for help? What they don't get is I can't, when that switch is flipped, honestly, I don't feel like anything will ever help it, unless someone were to physically hold me down and wait until that switch is flipped back and I'm back to the person that is not suicidal or not possessed with that evil meanness. There's nothing anyone can do. And I the only thing I have thought of is I've told people to hold me and hug me and tell me that they love me, and sometimes that will make me, it will kind of like flip the switch back to somewhat normal mode, I guess. But then at the same time, I have to be careful, because if I fucking hate someone at that time and they come near me, they better be careful, because I can not be very nice, and I've pushed people, and if I'm in a, usually there's a reason. I've never gotten into a fight with someone just because. It's always been with my significant others or whatnot. And I've been in physical fights when someone lies to me, or I found out when my ex, he is so fucking crazy. Not my most recent ex, but the one that tore my life apart last year. He stole something when I was with him at Menards, and I got in trouble for it because he got caught and they thought that I was an accessory. I was a nurse. I am a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. And that wasn't my record. And I'm just like, how the hell can you do that to me? And then he was all, I'm so sorry, I feel so bad, blah, 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 which, by the way, I fucking hate. I'm sorry. Don't ever apologize. If you apologize, I think you should have nothing to apologize for. You know, I mean, okay, I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite, because when I hate when I'm crazy and I get into those moods where the switch is flipped. I am genuinely sorry about that, but when people, like my ex, he stole shit when I was with him, and then he's all boo-hooing, and I'm sorry, I never meant to do that. I messed up your life, and I'm nothing but an fuck up, when I'm already cussing, and so who the fuck cares? I'm such a fuck up, and I'm gonna screw your life up, I know, blah, blah, blah. And then, they apologize. It drives me crazy. Don't apologize. I mean, you stole when I was with you. You were putting my life, or basically my life in my goals and dreams and everything at risk. So don't fucking apologize. There's no apology that will make up for it. So, but anyway, back to my physical needs that I get to when that switch flips. Since, he stole something and I was there, I got charged for the same thing that he did, which was, I think, is so unfair, because they said that I did all this stuff, like I helped him steal and blah blah blah, which is such bullshit. And so I had to get an attorney, and he as in my ex, said that he would pay for it. And he never paid for anything. He never paid for rent. He never paid for the car or the truck that I bought him or anything. But this was a big deal to me, and I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I barely had any money. It was a really bad time in my life, and could barely make ends meet at that time. And so my dog is kind of wet. Come over here. Come here. I'll hold you. Come here. So back to the physical thing. When he said he was going to pay for my attorney, and he made one payment, and my attorney agreed, because I told my attorney that it was for, my ex was going to pay for it because he did it and whatnot. And so my attorney agreed, and making I think 2 or 3 payments. And my ex, the first payment, it was supposed to be like $300, and he only gave me $150. And so I had to write my attorney and blah blah blah, say I only had this much, blah blah blah. And by principle, I mean, I could have, at that time, I could have paid the other $150 and then wait for him to pay, make it up. But for the principle of it, I said no. And like I said, I was really struggling, so but I got pissed off, because I know now, especially because I talked to my ex's boss, and he tells me, he's told me how much he made and how all the money he basically made, he fronted during the day while he was working. He was spending his damn money while he was working on drugs, so that's why he never brought home any money. He was supposed to be making like $500 a week, and I was lucky if I got $25. So anyway, when the final payment was supposed to be made, he came home and he got pissed off at me because he saw that a person that he was jealous of for no reason whatsoever, this person, he and I have never been anything at all whatsoever other than just friends. And he is the guy that, well, he's not my friend anymore, but he's the one who worked on my car. And because he saw his name in my phone, my ex freaked out and ran with the rest of the money that was supposed to have been put in my attorney's mailbox that night before 10 o'clock. And so I don't know, sometime that night, I can't remember what it was exactly. First of all, my ex was late coming home, so obviously I knew he was out doing drugs. He didn't have the full amount. And then when he came home and he saw that this guy had written me something, a text message, he freaked out and he ran with the money. And I think that's one of the craziest I've ever been. My switch flipped, and I jumped on him, and I ripped his shirt off, because I was like, you're not effing leaving. What this has, what this means to me. It's gonna be my life, my nursing job, this is not fair to me. And so I literally jumped on top of him, and I dragged him down, and I was trying so hard, and he unfortunately was stronger than me, even though my adrenaline was pumping, and I was able to stay on and hold on to him. And I actually followed him to the car that I paid for, and I jumped in it, and while he was driving, and these are the stupid things that I do, I was trying to get into the car while he was driving, and I was like, you're not leaving, this means everything to me, why can't you just, because he saw the damn guy's number on my phone. And I went psycho, and that was the first time I ever did anything like breaking stuff. Like he was gone, and I was having a crazy attack. Like, I was screaming and yelling because I didn't know where he went, because he left and he had the money that I needed to pay my attorney. And at that time, I think I paid my mortgage or something, and I didn't have any of the money because he and I thought were on good terms, and he was going to go and pay the rest of it off, and everything was great. Of course, that didn't happen, so I had this crazy attack where I remember screaming and yelling. I felt like I was a little kid with a temper tantrum, but I couldn't quit, and I couldn't stop myself, and I started having a panic attack. And then I took all this glass, like any glass I could find in my house, and I just started throwing it in my kitchen. And I was screaming, like, why the fuck, why me, what did I do, I don't understand. And I was just screaming, and I threw all this stuff on my tile, and then the shattering of the glass, it just kind of helped. And my kitchen was such a mess. Like, there were pieces of glass that were stuck in the wall that from throwing it on the tile. And now my porcelain tile, there is this big area that I have to cover with a rug because I broke my tile. And that's still something I need to fix, but I wasn't sure if I'm going to keep my house or not, so I didn't fix it. But another rant. So yeah, I definitely have my crazy switches, and when those switches are flipped, I don't know how to turn them back off. It took a long time. It took me taking Klonopin, drinking, anything to pretty much knock me out, in like tranquilizer type stuff is the only thing that will make me, because my adrenaline pumps, and I can't do anything about it, and I can't calm down. And I felt like I could effing kill him that night. I was like, how dare you, you're messing up the rest of my life. Little did I know that later on, I'd be in the situation I am now, but I know that he had a lot to do with it. For instance, like that kind of stuff. The shit that he put me through has made me suffer so much that I know it has affected my job so greatly, and not to mention my mental health, because I had never done anything so crazy like that before that. And then unfortunately things have been crazy. Well, I had attempted suicide before that, which is pretty damn crazy, but I've never done anything like the temper tantrum and screaming, and I was on the ground like going and just it was insane. If someone would have watched me, they probably would have definitely locked me up, like the old school, like the whatever white jackets tied up and stuff. I would have definitely been taken to a crazy house. Okay, so it's 23 minutes. I'm done, I guess, and it's starting to get dark in here already, but I just wanted to update everyone. My life is doing pretty well. I have a personal training client who just signed up, and that's good. Still have some decisions to make about this one job, about nursing and disability and all that good stuff. But for the most part, things seem to be going in the right direction. I just, like I said, I didn't know. The whole reason why I wanted to journal, I didn't even feel like journaling earlier, but when I saw that guy had said that to me, it was this sentence of, I can't do this anymore, good luck. It hurt me, so I decided to journal about it. So now I'm going to upload this and find out what happened. If maybe he can explain it, maybe he did explain it, I hope he did explain it. And I'll just have to use my coping skills and realize that this person, could be the simplest reason why he's not able to either support me on the support network website, whatever. I don't know what it is, but hopefully I'll find out why, and make myself realize that I need to stop. I already know I need to stop overacting, but hopefully I'll find more proof as to why I am just crazy about stuff like this, and I just need to stop overacting, because it's probably nothing. It's probably absolutely nothing, and I'm making a huge deal about it. Alright, that's it. So for those of you who are still supporting me, thank you, and I do enjoy the private messages and the support and all that, so thank you very much. And I love you, all my family who has continued to help me, I am obviously progressing. I was able to make it through that whole conference that weekend, and I just signed up for personal training, a client again. So those are all good things and baby steps, but it's, I guess, who knows, tomorrow could be completely different, like I said. But I think if I look at the overall picture, I can definitely see improvements, which is good. All right, bye.